What's going on, guys? It's Rest, and in today's video I want to go over the King's Call. This will probably be the last video for me leading up to the launch of the designer's cut, so I figured since we're going into a new season, I would like to look back at one of the most iconic weapons from the first season to see how it still performs. If you don't know, 87.1% of people that watch my videos are unsubscribed, so if you enjoy or find this video helpful in any way, consider subscribing and dropping a like. It's free and it's what allows me to keep making videos like this for you guys. So the King's Call is a legendary pistol manufactured by Jacobs, and the red text for this weapon says, "Life is ours, we live it our way." If you like to farm for this weapon, you're going to head over to the Destroyer's Rift and you're going to be farming Tyrene. That is the person who drops it. So if you don't know, the legendary effect of the King's Call is that when you get a critical hit, it's going to ricochet bullets like other Jacobs weapons, but the twist of this one is that it's going to restore 3 ammo when you hit a crit, and the ricochets are going to fly out and track down enemies. When the game first came out, this was one of the most sought after weapons, as it was very good for both mobbing and bossing. It works really good on characters like Flak due to his fadeaway action skill, but it can also just work on any character if the target has a big enough hitbox. Throughout the lifespan in this game, it has received multiple nerfs and buffs back and forth, and with the changes to Mayhem coming out, just like a lot of weapons, some were left behind and did not receive a buff that they needed. So with the guns being one of the absolute best in launch and used in almost every single build, how does it perform today? So I can happily say that the King's Call, throughout all the buffs it's received, it is still a very good weapon. It is definitely not the best weapon in the game, and some weapons are going to outperform this, but what makes it really good is even in places that it underperforms, the ability to just have infinite ammo and you can keep shooting over and over again and keep spawning these projectiles out, it makes up for the lack of what the gun can't do. Now, this gun also got hit with a change due to elemental effects not applying extra projectiles, so now you can't have a million ricochets coming out of the gun at the same time. That change made this weapon go down a lot in its performance, but it can still do very well. If you get the right anoint on this weapon, like most weapons in the game, it is going to become an absolute beast and tear through a lot of content. It is still a very good option for bossing as well. It is definitely not going to be your best option, but the ability to just constantly shoot a crit over and over again with a bunch of damage coming out from the ricochets, it's nothing to be slept on. Also, another thing that I'll mention that has kind of made this gun not perform as good as it once did is the Mayhem modifiers. If you run something like buddy system, you have to shoot that off before you can get crits because you can't crit buddy system, so it kind of defeats the purpose of this weapon. Luckily, with the update coming out next week, Mayhem 11 is going to come out and you're not going to have any modifiers on, and you can constantly hit these crits over and over again. So overall, I would definitely say this weapon is still worth trying out. If you get a decent anoint, like I said, it's going to perform very well, and if you use it right on certain characters, it's still going to perform amazing. The one downside on any character though is the slow fire rate that it has, but you can easily change that with multiple fire rate buffs, and you can get to where you can spam this over and over again. But that's going to do it for this updated guide on the King's Call. If you want a weapon that has infinite ammo and can keep shooting bullets everywhere, this is definitely the gun for you. Definitely farm it, and I can't wait to see how this is going to work with some of the new builds coming out with the new skill trees. And speaking of that, be sure to stick around. I'm going to be posting a ton of videos come next week on new builds, arms race, Mayhem 11. We have so much stuff to cover, and I absolutely cannot wait for this DLC. It actually got changed to it's going to be coming out November 9th now instead of the 10th, which is amazing because if you don't know, Destiny 2 Beyond Light also comes out November 10th, which I will be covering. So I'm going to be going hand in hand with Borderlands 3 and Destiny 2. So if that interests you, definitely be sure to stick around to this channel, subscribe, and I will keep you all updated on everything you need to know, and plus hopefully have some entertaining videos coming out for you as well. But that's going to do all for me. Thank you all so much for this crazy year that I've had, where we have almost hit 5,000 subscribers, and I simply cannot thank you enough for all the support. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.